"Wake up, lazy bones." With the chessboard tucked under her arm, Maura walked into the room with a slow, tired gait. She tapped the bedpost as she passed. Jonathan stirred, grunted, opened his eyes a crack and closed them again. "I didn't think you were coming today," he said, struggling in vain to sit up straight. "We wasn't planning on it, but Ian kicked me out for the afternoon." She set the chessboard at the foot of the bed. "Apparently, I'm being a bother." Her eyes crinkled with her mischievous grin. She got a good grip around Jonathan's chest and brought him out of his sharp slump to the right. "You? A bother? I can't imagine," Jonathan said with heavy sarcasm. Maura picked a pillow up off the floor and wedged it under Jonathan's right arm, lame and lifeless. "Besides, I wanted to see how you're settling in here," she said as she worked. "I'm a bother," he said, not entirely joking. "You know your son doesn't see you as a bother," she said, and sat on the side of the bed, placing the chessboard on Jonathan's thighs. She opened a richly engraved drawer and began pulling pieces out. She raised her eyebrows as she held up a marbled piece and a red piece. "I don't care," Jonathan's left side shrugged. Maura chose marble for him and set up the pieces. "He has his own family now." "Aye, but you're his father. He doesn't mind you living with him one bit," she assured. "Can I get you something to drink before Mr. Caleb gets here to lose another game of chess to you?" she asked as she made her way to the door. "Scotch," he said, eyes closed, resting his head against the wooden headboard. She returned a moment later with a tall glass of lemonade and set it on the bedside table. "That doesn't look like Scotch." He gave an indignant huff as she opened the bedroom window to let in a cool, refreshing breeze. "Have you no faith in me after all these 40-odd years, Mr. Jonathan?" She pulled a flask from her dress pocket, unscrewed the cap and handed it to him. He took a deep drink and paused with eyes closed to enjoy it. He took another before handing it back. He let out something between a sigh and a growl before opening his eyes. "Have you been able to talk to him, then?" "I tried," he said. "He isn't listening." He rolled his head toward the window. The summer sun drenched the ornate chair and hardwood floor below it. "Give it time, Mr. Jonathan. Keep telling him your life's lessons, and one day he'll see his way to them," she said, while fishing a rag from the lower drawer of a bureau. "What are you doing?" he asked, craning his neck. She straightened, smoothing down her hair, mostly grey with a few remaining threads of red throughout. "I'm cleaning, since I'm here and all." She began to dust knickknacks and picture frames, talking as she went off memories that each piece stirred. She held a deep shadow box, admiring the flag inside, which was surrounded by medals and awards. She had made the box herself, a memorial for one of Jonathan's sons, who had died in World War II. Maura went slowly across the chest of drawers, smiling at each framed picture as she wiped off dust only she could see.